I've just had a really huge question come in, and I'm going to try to figure out the best way to answer this in a concise or as concisely as possible. And the question is, when it comes to creating the perfect Facebook ad for your business, what should you consider? For those that understand and have played with Facebook and have done Facebook ads, there are thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not probably millions of resources about the perfect ad. So there's no way I'm going to be able to answer this as concisely as possible, but what as far as being able to answer this, to give you a definitive answer, but there are some things that I can give you to help set the guidance and the direction of what you want to be keeping in mind when creating a Facebook ad. So, like with all my videos and most of the things that I talk about, we always need to start at the audience first. So understanding the audience and understanding what appeals to them or is relevant to them in relation to your business is what you need to consider for the creative and the copy side of doing an ad, of doing a good Facebook ad. So typically we want to think about things that are important, the style of imagery or video that they would relate to, that would capture their attention. Remember, you only have, even with advertising, you've only got a small window of opportunity for that ad to capture, and when I say small window, we're talking about 1.2 seconds, to capture their attention when they're scrolling through their feeds. That ad has to stop them and get them to act, or they may need to see it multiple times before they act. So creating the perfect ad is about understanding that audience and then knowing what your objective is. So I talk about this in my book, I Just Want It to Work, about everything you do should begin with setting the right objective and then attaching those objectives to the right strategy. So, for instance, your objective might be, I need to get traffic to my website or to a landing page. So your ad needs to drive engagement, needs to drive clicks. You want people to be clicking on that ad, coming to your website. So then once you understand the objective, you can then set the appropriate strategy, or the appropriate ad objective, I should say, in Facebook to create that ad. So Facebook has a number of different strategies that are available. So when you set up an ad, if you go into the Facebook ad platform, for instance, and I can do it really quickly, what we find, if I just bring up our manager here, go to Facebook and go to, let's use my professional page as an example, go into Business Manager, and then we go to create an ad managers, bring our ad manager up, and then if you click create, so Facebook is getting really intuitive about the way in which the platform helps you set up an ad, or will guide you in setting up an ad. So let's just say we want to do a new ad. So if you go to there's a plus symbol where you create a new ad, you can set objectives. So if you go to objectives, and then it will come up with a series of objectives. So those objectives might be app installations, it might be brand awareness, it could be catalog sales, it could be conversions, it could be desktop engagement, desktop app installs or event responses, lead generation, local awareness, messages, mobile app engagement, and the list goes on. So the beauty about Facebook is that it's giving you insight into the type of objective that you would set, that's going to be most relevant to your campaign and to your target audience. So we've seen traffic, we've seen post engagement. If you want somebody to engage with that post, tag a friend, that sort of stuff, Facebook is going to optimize that ad to suit that objective. So that's where you typically start, is understanding the objective that you want to achieve and then matching that objective with the right objective within Facebook. Then when you talk about the copy and the imagery or the videos, we from experience find that video ads tend to work best. Video, something moving, tends to capture people's attention quicker than just a static image. If you're using static images, one of the things we tend to recommend with advertising is what they call split testing. Now again, I don't want to get too complicated because there's so many advanced things that you can do here, but keeping it simple, split test or split testing is when you use a variety of images, video or copy in different combinations to test what combination works best or gets the most engagement or action from your target audience. So for instance, when we build campaigns, we might use 5 different images and we might have that same strapline used 5 different times, or we may even use 5 different pieces of copy, 5 different images, a video with 5 different pieces of copy. And so we're multiplying and creating all these ads. So we might have 20, 30, 40 ads just for one campaign. And then we launch those ads and then we optimize those ads based on what the audience is doing. So we might find that people are clicking on the video more than they're clicking on the static images. Or they may be leaning towards one combination of static images more than they're leaning towards another combination of static images. So there's a variety of strategies there that you then employ to optimize that and get the best performance for your Facebook ad campaign. So just to recap, keeping it really simple, think about your audience, think about what appeals to them, consider the objective that you need to set, and then match that objective with the objective within the advertising manager within Facebook. Then think about your creative using a combination of static images or video. Video tends to work best for most things that in our experience. And then the last is split testing that creative. So split testing different copy, different images or video, and then seeing what combination of those videos, images or copy work best in relation to how people respond to your ad. So that is my really quick synopsis of how to improve or get the best, build the perfect Facebook ad. Again, there's so much conjecture, so many ways to go about it. I've tried to keep it as simple as possible for you, understanding that we don't really need to overcomplicate it. I hope that helps, and I look forward to speaking with you next time.